Hey, Mr. Block, can I go to the bathroom?
2 minutes.
Oh, yes! Cut back! Oh, yes, yes! I'm in the tube! Oh, yes, yes! Oh! All right!
Introducing Lynx from Atari, the color video game you can get away with. Well, sometimes.
That's right! Let's play! Let's get
Alrighty, we are in the dining room and more peanuts. God damn it. Anyway, this just came in from Stone Age Gamer. And this is something I've been waiting for a while to come in. Well, one of the things I'm waiting for a while to come in. Hopefully we do this without these godforsaken peanuts. And what's up? Get out of here, you damn peanuts. Anywho, we have the Lynx GameDrive. It's finally here, and it's a beaut. Can't wait to see what the Jaguar one's going to look like when that ever comes in. Because as of right now, he still hasn't put it up yet. But you got the Lynx GameDrive. And yes, this big Bitbox does support Lynx cartridges, as you could see. And this is for the Lynx 1 and 2. You see the Retro HQ on the back. And unlike Atari Age, where if you got it, it would be blank, Stone Age Gamer actually put a nice label on here, as they do with all their carts. But $15 extra, you get a 2-year additional warranty with this. And by the way, the deluxe editions for Stone Age Gamer are usually $20 extra, but for this product, it's $15. But for that, you get the box, you get these cool stickers, and you get an additional 2-year warranty. So it's 3-year warranty through Stone Age Gamer, and this is the guide that you would usually get for the Lynx. And it is a fold out. And we'll show you how to set that up in a little bit. But this has screenshots, trainers, the whole 9 yards. I want to make sure, see if it comes with anything, because for Atari Age, I know you get it with a SD card. And no, so Stone Age Gamer, you don't get the SD card with it, which is fine. I already have some, but still kind of a letdown, as if you would order from Atari Age, it comes with a micro SD card. So I wish that he would include a micro SD card with that. 8 gigabyte micro SD cards are very, very cheap. So we're going to fire that up and we're going to get set up. Hello, we're back. And big cornucopia of stuff. So you saw the Lynx GameDrive earlier, before the intro. That's this right here, but to refresh your memory, that's what this is. It's a GameDrive for the Lynx, it's a flash cart. By the way, they still kept the back because clearly that's the actual PCB. And they just 3D printed the rest. So now we have this cornucopia of stuff for the Lynx, and we can really more get in depth, because when I showed you the Lynx the last time, I was really crunched basically, and it didn't work out how I wanted it, because apparently the Aga cart that I originally had didn't like how certain Lynxes were rebuilt, whereas this thing can pretty much work with all of them. And even the guy I'm about to send this into uses one of these. So he says he uses the GameDrive himself, works no problem. So you're wondering, what's all this crap here? Well, first of all, these two things I want to touch on. I got the scissors just in case I need them. These were generously donated to me by a viewer of this channel. I can't pronounce his name, so I guess I'll just put it in a video annotation or thank him in the description, but you know who you are. It comes from, this didn't come from France, this came from the US, but the viewer is French, so got fans from all over the world now. You know, I got French, I got Spanish fans, I got Japanese fans even. It's weird, I know. Little humble 3,000 plus subscriber channel, almost 4,000, but it's not really about the subscribers, it's just about just showing you some cool stuff. Now, he was gracious enough to actually send me, through eBay, a brand new Lynx AC adapter and a brand new pouch. So this way I can keep my Lynx dust free for when this work gets done. Because, yes, I'm actually going to get this work done, but it's a different person this time. I'll do that in a minute, but this is worth talking about because this is the main reason why Lynxes fail, actually. And you can tell it's brand new. It's still got the cardboard and everything. And it should be noted that both the Lynx that I got off of eBay, finally, and the power adapter came from the same place, which is a guy I've been dealing with for so long. I'd say about roughly 20 years through various accounts and everything through eBay. My Atari. And by the way, this is the AC adapter and it's huge. And this will work also with Model 1 and Model 2 Lynxes. This guy literally, and I hope to get more in depth about it in the coming weeks if the plans that I have pan out, which I'm hoping they do. So this guy, everybody knows that when JTS bought out Atari, they liquidated their entire inventory. They literally, they were a disk drive manufacturer, but they more bought Atari for their assets. And to basically sell off the pieces and then sell them down the line to someone else, which they did. They sold Atari to Hasbro, the consumer division, I should say, the Atari, because Atari Games later became Midway, and that's a whole big different video. There's plenty of videos out there, but long story short, there once was Atari. Then after the video game crash, they split into two. The arcade games went to Warner. And the consumer division, which is the video games like the Atari 7800, 2600, 5200, all that stuff, went to Jack Tramiel, formerly of Commodore, to try to get back at Commodore. And he realized when Nintendo took off, holy shit, I got all this 7800 stock in inventory. Might as well sell it. But yeah, you had your diehard fans that bought it. And they came out with the Lynx, which is really underappreciated, by the way. But sadly, it didn't do so well. And in Atari tradition, they always made a lot more than they really needed, which is why even into the late 90s, you could still buy brand new games from Radio Shack for like $2-3 through their catalog for 7800, 2600. And even now, hey, you know, man, Tender just came in. You can still buy Atari 2600 and 7800 games brand new even in 2021. Not very many, but they're out there. But the same thing with the Lynx and the Jaguar. And this guy that I've been dealing with, my Atari, also known as B&C Computer Visions, he literally has a whole warehouse full. And he even told me over the phone when I talked to him, 5,000 square feet warehouse of just Atari. 2600, 7800, 5200. Not just games, Lynx, Jaguar, but also new systems. He's also got demo carts, test carts, boxes, because Atari would over manufacture, so they wouldn't put things together until they needed to be sold. So he's got like the empty Jaguar bags that came with the games, or Atari Lynx boxes, just folded, never used. And even to 2021, he's almost out. I think he said he's still got a few of everything left, but still, man, he's been able to sell stuff for almost, I think, over 25 years. He said him and his dad really bought out a lot of Atari stock in 1997 or 98. And here we are now. That's why this is brand new. And that's why I can get a brand new Lynx adapter in 2021 because Atari overmade them. But this thing is a problem with the Lynx. As you can, I don't know if you could tell, but the output on this is DC 9 volt 1 amp. Mainly because Atari would just use off-the-shelf parts, and they're known for doing that. Problem is, the Lynx only takes 5 volts. So there's a power transformer in the Lynx, which is sort of acts as a step-down converter, that takes the 9 volt from this adapter and converts it into just, only gives the Lynx 5 volts out of it. But here's where the Lynxes go bad. If that MOSFET goes bad, I believe that's the part. I believe that's what the part's called. It's a power regulator. If that goes bad, and that's why I'm not taking the chance trying this adapter out today. I'd rather get it done when I get it rebuilt, because even though this Atari is supposed to be in working order, it's always a good idea. Always, if you haven't gotten it done yet, get your Lynx recapped, get the MOSFET replaced, get your power circuit rebuilt. Because they will fail. The power circuits in these are, no matter if it's Lynx 1 or Lynx 2, they're ticking time bombs. So you have to replace that. So anyway, the problem is if you stick the 9 volt in and the power circuit's bad or on its way out, the system's going to get the full 9 volts and it's going to fry the unit. And then you have a paperweight. And once the Lynx is completely fried, there is no going back. You cannot fix that. So that's why, yes, I have a power adapter. It's great to have a power adapter, especially since it's a battery hog. And it doesn't matter if you have the Ben-Ven or the McWill kit, it's still going to be a battery hog. So you definitely need an AC adapter, and you should definitely get the MOSFET replaced. MOSFET, caps, everything. So, that's the AC adapter. And by the way, this is also new too, and even though I don't think he got it from that guy, it's still brand new. Apparently this is supposed to fit all Lynx consoles, and it shows the original box, the original unit, but on the box it says for all Lynx systems. So I'm hoping this fits the second one, because yes, I got the second one. I eventually will get the first one. I will, because I sort of want to have both. I want to have one done with the McWill, which is this one, and I want to have a Model 1 done with the Ben-Ven. So you can see this is brand new. It hasn't purpled on anyone yet. That's the thing that's common with these Lynx pouches. If they get sun bleached for any amount of time, like if you take it everywhere, it's been out in the sun, it will turn yellow. So not a good idea to have it outside all the time. It does look like it's got a bit of room inside, so I'm confident that it'll fit. It'll just be a little short. So now that that's out of the way, here comes the main event. And it is this thing. And by the way, I will say I don't like the idea of it being like triangular like that, like diagonal. So I'll probably fix that. But there's like a lot of packing in here. Wait a minute, there's something else in here. Yo, you gotta be fucking kidding me! Oh, that is so cool. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. Literally. Look what he sent me. I was telling him about how I wanted to get a Jaguar off of him, right? Because the Jaguar GameDrive's coming out, and Jaguars are notoriously finicky. So, as my birthday present to myself this year, I would like to actually get a brand new Jaguar. And look what he sent me. The Jaguar bumper sticker. That is so cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I didn't ask him to do that. I did not. He did that all on his own. And thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. And by the way, this is his name. BNC Computer Visions. And they have literally, I guess it's an advertisement, but Not really, because I'm not getting paid, but I don't care. He literally has everything related to the Atari. You got the 2600, 5200, 7000, Lynx, Jaguar, even the computers. He's even got stuff for the ST, the TT, the Falcon, 400, 800, XL, XE, PC, and Portfolio. I guess that's an Apple product. But his email really doesn't work that I've seen, but his phone number does. So, and he's always telling people, if you want to buy a lot of stuff, or you want to buy something that's really valuable, try to see if you can make a deal with him offline, or like off of eBay, because eBay charges fees, a lot of fees for him. So it's a way to avoid the tax and get shipped. You know, like for example, if I do get this Jaguar, he's taking a certain percentage off because I'm getting it outside of eBay. And he'll just send a PayPal invoice, which is pretty cool of him. Because that system's a lot of money. And he sent me this too. Wow. I don't know where I'm going to put these stickers, man, but I want to just glow in the dark. Because they look like they want to. I really can't tell. I guess I'll just leave it out, and if it glows in the dark, great. And of course, a bunch of shredded paper, which it's nice to see someone actually have a shredder that's working. Ours doesn't. But he did a pretty good job packing it. And by the way, another thing is if you're gonna, let me see if I'm still recording, because you know the Apple doesn't warn you if you're not or if you are. Anyway, yes, it's still recording. But anyway, he sells systems on class basis. So he's got like A, B, C. A is the best. And A are basically systems that Atari had on hand, but they didn't have boxes or nothing. So A is pretty much leftover stock, just without boxes. It comes with a manual. So naturally, I got the A because I want it pristine, especially if I'm going to get this work done on it. So let's open her up. And by the way, he's got bubble wrap and plastic wrap, which I've never seen before. I guess it works, you know. I've never seen that before. I got to try that when I send mine out, if I have the patience to do it. Or I'm just going to tape it up like I always do with the bubble wrap. But anyway, here it is. And this is the packing slip. I don't need that. And you can tell it's been a while since it's been touched, because the scotch tape in the bag is starting to yellow. So that's how you can tell it's been in storage for quite some time. And it comes with the original manual. It's not a photocopy. The Lynx 2 manual. But look at this beauty. When he said pristine, he was not joking. Look at this thing. This is impressive. I love it. So this is the Lynx 2. You've seen this before because we did the whole McWill showing it off. I'm probably going to do that again. But this time with everything together. Even the buttons are I can't get over that. The A button on here is not too springy, but I've had that happen with the Lynx too. Plus also remember there's, you know, probably needs to be pressed a little bit, hasn't been pressed in years. And of course he's got his thing on the back, the B&C computer vision, so you know where you got it. And the serial number hasn't been worn off. Rubber's not sticky at all. It looks completely clean. I'm impressed. I really am. This is like the clean. I must have had about 4 or 5 Lynxes in my lifetime. This is the clean. I've had maybe I have 1 or 2 Model 1s and about 3 or 4 Model 2s. This is the 4th one, I believe. No, third one. This has got to be the cleanest one I've ever seen. Like for real, I'm not making that up. It's not touched, it's not screwed with, it's literally I mean, you got some surface scratches, but that's to be expected. But wow, I'm really impressed. I'm honestly really, and it's even still got the battery cover, and the foam hasn't disintegrated. So we're gonna throw some batteries in here because while I don't know, well, I know for a fact this hasn't been touched, and I say it's always a good idea to get things replaced. You can still use batteries. You just can't use the power adapter until you know for sure that it's been rebuilt. So batteries are safe because when the batteries are in here, the Lynx only draws what it needs to. It only draws the 5 volts. So you don't have to worry about it frying if you never got the MOSFET replaced. So, and as you know, I think this Lynx doesn't turn on if there's no game. Yeah, so it's just the first one that does that. Why? I don't know. It would be it would have been a good idea for Atari to actually make that happen. So it's going to pop the Lynx drive in here, turn her on, and here is the, I don't know how well this is going to come off. Even the screen, wow, the screen is not too bad either. Look at this, and this is unmodified. I've never seen a Lynx screen look this good, like a stock one. But by the way, for Lynx GameDrive anyway, this is the code you use to scan it in. Now, apparently, according to Retro HQ, all future ones are just gonna have the latest firmware built in. You don't have to worry about this. But clearly, mine isn't. Maybe when the Jag one ever comes in through Stone Age Gamer, that'll happen. But for right now, you have to scan this with your phone, and any phone is equipped with QR code now if you have a smartphone. And then you can just literally either save the link onto, like, especially if you have Chrome or you have Firefox where you can sync your tabs, you can do that and just open the tab in your computer, download it like that. Or if you're really brave, you could type in that web address on the bottom, but I've had some people tell me that it's been trouble for them to do that. So yeah, I'm going to put the firmware on here, and then we're going to take another look. We have our Lynx. She's set up with the firmware, ready to go. And don't have to worry about that. So anyway, I'm going to turn her on. And it says updating firmware, please wait. And then you have our menu. We got World A to Z. Excuse me, hiccups. World A to Z, got betas, prototypes, and revisions. Game series collections. Hacks, which is interesting. Homebrew, which there's a lot more homebrew for the Lynx than it was actually released. Also got tools and service carts and the Stone Age Gamer ROM pack. Notice how the screenshots bitmap is hidden because, well, it's more of a system file. So we're going to go to World A to Z. It's going to read the directory. And we got options. Now we could do a dark color scheme or a light color scheme. Capitalized file names no. Auto scroll file names yes. Auto scroll speed. We got slow, medium, fast. Menu sound yes. So I don't have to worry about that too much. So, let's see, we got CB more. Also got game info. Oh, guess that didn't work the way I want it to. By the way, in the menu future, just press option 1 for a firmware update. I'm trying to get to the PS screenshot. Don't know what PS is. I don't know what that button is. So anyway, we got the games over here. Trying to figure out what the hell that was. Well, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the... What do they mean by PS? Couldn't be power. Couldn't be backlight. Oh, just press these two buttons, I guess. Doesn't look like the screenshots are working for mine. Don't know why, but I'll figure that out down the line. Because it should definitely work. Okay, so I guess the PS is these two together. Let's make sure it's actually working, which it should be. So we're going to go Chips Challenge, which is a favorite game of mine. Definitely got to figure out what's wrong with the screenshots again. Where there's Chips Challenge. Oh. By the way, the speaker's still good, but I'd still get it recapped anyway. See, the screen is not that bad to look at, especially considering, you know, how well like stuff like the Game Boy and the Game Gear is held up. Because I think Atari actually like knew what they had in their hands and decided to actually... See if I can okay, let's restart to the game. So let me just power back on. Change my game. I wish there was an, unless it's not possible, wish there was an option we could press restart and it would go back to the menu. Let's see, option 1, up directory. Let's take a look at some of the homebrew for this. I'm going to capture a lot of this stuff anyway. Why all points bulletins in the homebrew folder, I will never know. Let me see if this works. No, not that. Okay, so the screenshots do work, but they have to be the name in the name of the actual screenshots, it seems. It doesn't do by header or nothing like that. But you see I have the games that are in here. I guess for some reason the hacks were mixed with the actual Lynx games, you know, the homebrew games. But there they are. So you got the label screen, you got actual screenshots here. Pretty cool. And I guess you just select it with A. Yeah. So it's not a homebrew, but Battlezone 2000 is really hard to find. So, but you could select the label and have it work just fine. And we're just going to try one more before I turn the camera off. Because I want to test this, you know, make sure the system's completely working. And then send it in to get it done. It's got to be on here. I hoped it would be. Hoping this is it. Yeah, it is. That's right, guys. Mortal Kombat on the Lynx. Remember when Mortal Kombat 3 was supposed to be on the Jaguar? I don't know if some of y'all remember that, but before Sony literally came up from behind with their millions of dollars and stabbed Atari in the back and literally held Williams at gunpoint until they literally signed the 6-month agreement that only PlayStation could have Mortal Kombat 3 for 6 months. Jaguar was supposed to be the only console to actually get it. and they had an agreement in principle and everything else, but it just never happened. I don't know if y'all knew that. Y'all can look it up. It looks like it's just a slideshow. There is a working Mortal Kombat ROM out there that someone actually did. So I've actually used it. It was only like a couple characters. Anyway, that's the Lynx. Very, very, very happy with this. I mean, part of me's fighting even getting it done because it looks so good right now. But I know I need to get it done because if not just because of the screen, you know, quality of life, but if I don't get that MOSFET and those caps replaced now while it's still working, I'm going to regret it. Well, let's make sure that actually fits in the case, because the Lynx 2 is a lot, it may be shorter, but it's a little thicker. And yeah, wouldn't you know it, it fits. It really fits. Oh, cool. So, oh, you didn't see that. Anyway, it's just only like a couple inches drop. But yeah, you could take the Lynx wherever you go with you now, if you really dare to do that. So I'm going to clean this up, and when you next see that Lynx, it'll be done. It'll be having the VGA port. It'll have all its caps replaced, the MOSFET, and everything. So until we meet again.
Lynx, more can play at the same time.
Lynx has 16 pies. I mean bits.
I like Game Boy.
3 out of 4 characters prefer Lynx. Buy Lynx now, get NFL game free.